Now the question answer session from your end is very, very important. As you've seen, the excellencies has come up with a lot of opportunities in their country. You've seen in the different presentation slides, the opportunities in the different sectors, whatever the government offerings are there. So step by step, you can ask the questions. You can just mention the country name before asking the questions. I will ask volunteers to start that, please. You can just raise your hands, those who want to ask the questions, yeah.
Yeah, this is question to Malaysian representative here. We want to know more about CPTPP. That was not understood. If you can little bit illustrate on that.
Thank you very much for the question. CPTPP is a regional trade agreement which consists of a few countries, I think Mexico, it's Latin America, Southeast Asia, which if we combine, that will open up, the population of each country will be more than, I think, 2 billion plus. So what I'm trying to say is CPTPP is a regional free trade agreement, which also will give better tariff, I would say better tariff for each members, or for each, also it's not just for commercial but also for other aspects as well. So by being a signatory of CPTPP, Malaysia will give the opportunity to companies who are operating in Malaysia, producing Malaysian-made product, to enter the market of the other members of CPTPP. So I mentioned about setting up companies in Malaysia, and you put in local content. I think the requirement is minimum 40% of Malaysian local content, and then you ask for certificate of origin from Malaysia, which means that the product that you produce in Malaysia with certain local content can be considered as a Malaysian-made product. So you can leverage on the agreement of CPTPP to penetrate the market with better tariff and also with better regulations, rather than if you would like to export your product from countries that are not CPTPP signatories. I hope that answered the question.
Yes, we'll get into more. It is very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now my next question is for the Mongolian representation here. This is regarding that you mentioned about the lithium and graphite availability. So if that is the case, we would like, in fact, we are manufacturing lithium battery in India. So we are very keen on the lithium cell available. Basically, it is all imported at present.
Yes, Mongolia is very rich, as I said, in rare earth elements. You will find them palladium, lithium, you name it. And of course, nowadays, I believe everybody says about some critical elements. So Mongolia is open for international investment into rare earth elements. Personally, I believe that it will be very good for Indian perspective, having own, the raw material for that, because I know that I believe around 90-something% you import. So maybe it will be easy for Indian producers to set up some production in Mongolia, because only this May of this year, the French president visited Mongolia. They signed a very big contract on the uranium. So, and I believe that besides the rare earth elements, the uranium, the nuclear exploration, I believe, can be also interesting part for the Indian business people. And of course, I believe we have 6 deposits, huge deposits of rare earth elements. So with the support of the government, because the intergovernmental agreements are already there, set up. It was signed in 1994, 2001, on the protection of the investment, on the protection of the support for the mutual support for the investment. So, and our PPP agreement, PPP law in Mongolia, it's the new law that we adopted at the beginning of the 2023. It gives more opportunity for foreign private entities to come into Mongolian market to do better. And of course, the mining is one of the biggest key of our development. I believe that with Indian technology and Indian investment, we can fulfill something more than just, business.
Okay. Thank you very much. And the next question is related with the same thing, because when we talk about the lithium battery, means anything which is generated from the solar power. And I knew from you that you have a floating solar power. Now, what is the percentage of power generated in your country from the solar sources, from the floating source?
When it comes to solar, right now it's about 30 megawatts, which is, I would say, 30% of the energy required for the entire country. So there is plenty of potential to increase that. And floating solar panels, we have identified different areas where floating panels can be located. And I wouldn't want to say it's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for you to explore how you want to connect the solar panel into the grid and also to supply to the individual islands. We are not one landmass, so you have to consider that when you look into it. But it's an opportunity that you could look into, where you want to set up the solar panel and then supply to separate islands as well. Right now, each island has their own generation. So
definitely it is good opportunity, because lithium battery will store the power and take it to the place. It is a portable energy. So thank you very much for your information.
Thank you, sir.
And
Some more questions we will go for. Yes, sir.
Thank you for sharing lots of things. I have a precise question about the knowledge sharing and the education. As you said that you had been to symbiosis universities, I just wanted to know, is there, what amount of scope is there so for all the three countries, especially training, coaching and facilitation, especially in the world of corporate? Training, coaching and facilitation, especially in the corporate world.
Corporate world, yeah.
Yes, as I said in my remarks, that we have a very long-standing educational cooperation. So nowadays, I believe that why I'm touching the education issue, that our generation, let's say, we know about our history. By education, my idea is that we have to prepare our next generation. If our next generation will know about our history, our connections, and based on that, I believe that people-to-people's relations, as we call the people-to-people diplomacy, will develop based on the education. Based on that, they will have better understanding each other. Based on that understanding, they will build the trust. And only after that trust and the understanding of each other, we will do the business. Otherwise, how you can trust your money to somebody you don't know, you don't understand. So the base idea is that if we educate our young kids, next generation, on better understanding each other, I believe we can do a lot of things. That was the whole idea.
Thank you. When it comes to education, we have a very close and long-standing relation with India. I would say majority of the teachers who are teaching in our schools are Indian teachers. On top of that, a lot of Maldivians do come to India for higher studies. And even though the number has decreased in the recent years, not because the quality of education, anything to do with the quality of education, it's because we have opened up our university as well. And a lot of students get student loans from the government, and they want to make maximum use of the loan while in Maldives. So that's the reason why the number has declined. But that doesn't mean, but today, with the assistance of Indian government, every year I would say more than 1,000 Maldivians do come for short-term training. And we continue to expand that. And I believe that these trainings are important for the development of different sectors. And we want to explore that even further.
For Malaysia, with confidence, I could say, in medical sector, we always send young students to India to study medicine and the latest state of art technology in healthcare sector. That's with confidence because I'm sure because I met them, I already engaged with them. But if you ask me about the current number, the exact number, I'm sorry I cannot answer now because after COVID-19, after coronavirus, things has changed. Some universities have difficulties to recover back all this exchange of students, but they are coming back. It's just a matter of time because we cannot. We have to admit it. Economic cooperation and training, capacity building is something that we cannot separate, inseparable. We come together. Whatever that we have now, we need to maintain, and whatever we anticipate to become something that a must, a thing that we have and we need to have, also we need to plan. Because as you can see in our presentation, all these companies, they are highly technical. They need brain. I'm aware, many universities, Malaysian universities already enter MOU with India. And companies like Petronas, TCS, they always take graduate. They always resource a graduate from many top universities. IIT Bombay, of course, one of them. We look into the talent. Of course, the number might be varied, sometimes more, sometimes less. But they are there. That's all I can say. And we hope, as a representative of government Malaysia here, because I take care of West India region, we hope that this thing could be deepened and strengthened to bring much more active participation from both sides in terms of education and cooperation. Thank you.
Sir, he is also referring to the corporate coaching.
Yeah.
How's the opportunity for the corporate coaching for Indian businessmen, those who are actually into the coaching business, those who want to train the corporates?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I said we will look into that because it depends on the needs. Because as I mentioned in my presentation, it's ESG. In the future, it's about sustainable development goal SDG. So those kind of thing. One of the topmost agenda for the corporate. So yeah, training is something that we can always explore for the economic cooperation. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next question. यहाँ पे दे दो. Green T-shirt.
My name is Umesh, and we are running a food testing laboratory. It's one question I have for Maldives. You already have a 175 resorts, as you said, and it's a major tourist hub where all the international tourists are visiting. Here we are managing the food testing laboratory. We are 10 years, we are in this business. We are enable accreditation and all these things. And most of the Hilton and all these giant hotels. So similar kind of activity like food testing and water testing and all these things. Can we have some kind of technical collaboration, or maybe we can have our own setup in the Maldives? Are there any chances of that?
Yeah, thank you for that interesting question. I think, as I said, I highlighted only a broad areas, and tourism sector being the most important sector for the Maldives. Anything related to tourism sector is always a welcome opportunity, and we are happy to explore that to see whether this can be a possibility.
Next question.
Good afternoon. The question is for everyone, but primarily for Mongolia and Malaysia. I want to know about the sustainability. When it comes to sustainability, what actions are we as a government taking for deforestation and other projects? We are into manufacturing of improved biomass cook stoves, which are used by underprivileged and very low-income group people. So, what kind of initiatives can we together take as for sustainability, carbon credits, and ESG, basically?
Yes, you know, the traditional Mongolians as a nomad, we used to live in a close, how to say it, in close touch with nature, you know, because the herders, they have facing everyday's life. So, and because of the desertification, probably you heard about the yellow sandstorm that is created in Mongolia, now is reaching Beijing, Korea, and Tokyo. I don't know whether it will overcome the Himalayas or not, I'm not sure. I hope not, yeah. But in any way, you know, when it comes to the nature, it touches every aspect of the life, the city, rural area. So the government is trying to find a solution, and there are a lot of, proposals, but and there is some solutions trying, and that's why our president came out with this billion tree initiative. So the whole idea is to stop the desertification, maybe as they call green belt, and of course our livestock. You know, our livestock is not the farming. You know, the grass routine, so they travel a lot. So if we have some certain, I'm quite sure that the technology or the findings of your business, it can be adopted into Mongolia, brought to Mongolia, and I believe there will be very, good support from the government side, because the green technology, green revolution, as we call it is subsidized by the government, it's supported by the government, and if it will need, and the economic, the study result of it will be positive, the government will subsidize it 100%. So there is a possibility for Indian business to come with a solution, which is based, on your experience.
Nature-based.
Yes. So there is opportunity. Please, we can meet and talk about that. And there is opportunities are there.
All right, thank you for the question. In general, timber and palm oil, those are among the two our primary commodities, our source of economy. Of course, it also creates some kind of controversial because of, it involves land clearing, it involves also haze, pollution, something. But for your information, there are few agencies actually in our country, few ministries that will take care of this, what you call it, the policy on how much you can cut, how much you can preserve.
Afforestation, deforestation.
Yeah. So we've been actively undertaking a lot of projects. Of course, we can always talk if you have any further inquiries, or you want to propose something. You can contact us, and then we will see. Because deforestation, we as of now, we are still okay. We still fulfill our target of more than 50% still covered by forests, and we have a lot of environmental friendly project, replanting, preservation, and also creating fund so that the wildlife habitat will not be affected. So there are a lot of program. But of course, we always welcome partners if there are also some support. If any party interested to support our initiative, by all means, please Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If I may add a little bit, still under the scope of environment, for industrial players in Malaysia, I've presented about the incentive that we offer for companies that undertake what we call products or activities that are promoted in Malaysia. But on top of that, we also give special incentive for companies that produce energy for their own consumption, whether it's from solar, biomass, which means that if they change the power that they use to renewable energy, there will be special incentive given on top of what they are enjoying now. So those are among the initiative that is run by the Malaysian government to reduce the carbon footprint and also to be with the global community to ensure better ESG implementation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello all. Vivek is here. This is common questions to all dignitaries. Are there specific policies in place for trade by using e-commerce between your country and India?
Repeat question, please.
Are there specific policies in place for trade by using e-commerce platforms between your country and India?
Mic in my hand. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. No, I'm the most junior. All right. E-commerce. Yeah. Well, it's quite. Nowadays, it's quite a common kind of platform of transaction. For Malaysia, the policy, well, it's more on private to private kind of arrangement for the commerce because for us, as long as it's been relegated by using the existing our central bank policy, as long as approved by our MITI, our International Trade and Investment Ministry, so you can have commerce through online transaction, but the thing is, it's still much in the private kind of arrangement, right? Like for example, for Malaysia, we want to product our goods and services through your Indian online platform. We still need to partner with, we need to talk with the local companies, or whoever take care of, right, Reliance or big companies, so that we can put our product here. Same goes to India if they want to enter our, let's say, what we have, Bandar or something. Shopee or something in Malaysia. So same goes to. It's a kind of private kind of initiative. But if you ask me about any restriction or policy, it's much more on the private kind of arrangement. That's all I can say. The mobile payment, in terms of payment, like the rupee and ringgit, there's already talk on that. By our Bank Negara, because we want to facilitate so that Indian, whenever they travel to Malaysia, they can use rupee also in terms of using this what you call it, online payment, UPI, because it's we cannot avoid it. A lot of our people traveling. Even now we have visa free, right? We are moving to a visa liberalization scheme. So we want to make the traveler's life easier. We hope. Of course, it's not 100% kind of a design, but at least we are there. At least we are progressing, right? So in the future, we are working toward rupee can be used in Malaysia. That's all. Thank you. For trading. Thank you.
Yes. Of course, as of today, we don't have any platform connecting Mongolia and India on the e-commerce. But since I'm living in India a little more than 2 years, I see that there is a lot of opportunity to use some program that is well developed in Mongolia and some program well developed in India, because I see in everyday life that something that can be implemented in Mongolia and maybe can be implemented in India. But again, I fully agree with our friend, colleague here. The initiative should be from the private sector. You the pioneers of the business. You see all the opportunities, because state as it is with all the bureaucratic things, it takes longer. So once the initiative will come from the private sector, and they will find a way of proposal, it can be implemented into the bilateral agreement, and then it can be implemented. And of course, there is a huge opportunity. Of course, there is some restriction in terms of the transaction in rupees or USD. So, but it can be, the solution are there. It's only the initiatives and the push from the business sector that is, as usually, as always, the business are the frontiers of the relations. So I believe the right approach and pioneering the idea, delivering it, it will be easy.
Thank you. When it comes to e-commerce, of course, similar to Mongolia, there's no platform as such with Maldives. But both central bank and our one of our government banks, Bank of Maldives, are in discussion in facilitating RuPay card to be used in Maldives. So those negotiations are happening, and hopefully it will come into effect soon. Once that comes in, it makes things much different.
Here, please.
Sir, I have a question to Mr. Ibrahim. Sir, I wish to know, since country very enormous potential for the real estate and infrastructure projects, right? We represent construction industry, and I am more interested in understanding the requirements of affordable housing in your country. As well, I wish to know what is your initiative for outsourcing the consultancy services from Indian companies on these particular aspect of affordable housing as well as the construction consultancy services. And second question to the Mongolian partner, the film what was being showed, I got a understanding that probably there might be less urbanization or less percentage of urban living. So wish to know what is your views on this particular aspect of affordable housing, if at all it has been planned somewhere in future.
Thank you. When it comes to affordable housing, we do tender out, and there are Indian companies who are constructing housing in Maldives. And one of them, I think, have completed one of the housing units. And this, by opening up, gives the opportunity for consultancy as well. So it's a matter of you taking the initiative and exploring the options available. The government will not ask any particular person to do that. So the option of going into is there.
Yes, of course, the affordable housing, it's, I think, a concern for all governments. What I would say that traditional Mongolians living in a ger, so-called tent, felted tent. So the government is now thinking and trying to find solution to all this urbanization issue, the pollution, the trafficking, the affordable housing. So now the government is searching to establish a new smart city. So I believe for Indian business people, joining the project on the smart city established in Mongolia, because now we thinking about moving our capital to the previous capital site, which is the Karakorum, famous one. So there is huge land. So building the smart up solution, I know that, for example, Reliance Group is building some smart city next to the Delhi. So similar approach can be used in Mongolia too. So I would love to welcome the idea how we can do under this smart city solution, because nowadays it's a green solution, and of course it will include the power issue, the affordable housing, all this infrastructure, the trafficking. So everything. I mean, there is a opportunity for our Indian friends to join us. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go for the last three questions.
Hello. Yes. This is Makaran Patkar from Soft Labs Group. Yeah, so this is Makaran Patkar from Soft Labs Group, an IT firm from Mumbai. Please excuse me, I have a very bad throat. I really appreciate His Excellency Malaysia when he touched base on a couple of key business aspects like manufacturing and sustainability solutions, right? So as an IT company, we've already developed artificial or intelligence or AI-based health and safety compliance solutions, and we are working on sustainability solutions for manufacturing industry already. A couple of health and safety solutions have been implemented for manufacturing companies in UK. So, we are not just limited this utility of AI to manufacturing sector. We are working on solutions for healthcare, then law enforcement areas. It could be transportation compliance or maybe traffic conditions and other areas. Now, I have a couple of questions. So what do you think is the scale of scope of implementing such solutions, or there could be need or requirement of such solutions in the manufacturing sector in Malaysia? And my second question would be, is there any appropriate channel that we could go through for collaboration with key businesses in and around Malaysia? Or and I mean, these two questions, I mean, I would expect responses from the other dignitaries as well, Maldivian dignitary and Mongolian dignitary as well for these questions. But I'd appreciate His Excellency Malaysia to begin with his response. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the interesting two questions. For number one, you're asking about the opportunities. I would say the sky is the limit. If you can, if you can know where is the limit of the sky, then that is the limit. But definitely there's no limit to the sky. So you're welcome to Malaysia to explore business opportunities in Malaysia. And on your second question about the channel, definitely we have another government agency that take care of the development of digital economy, which IT is one of them. So we have the Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation, or MDEC. So MIDA and MDEC, we work together in the Digital Investment Office, where MIDA, we take care of the, on the hardware part of IT. So if you would like to set up, a center of IT, I would say, if you like to give the services of fiber optic cable or setting up data center in Malaysia, that will be under the purview of MIDA. But if you're on the software part, then that will be under the purview of MDEC. So please, we can exchange our card. I can introduce you to my colleagues from MDEC, which I have been doing for many Indian IT companies before, and waiting for that chance.
Thank you. I believe in the IT sector we have a lot of opportunities, and for the country, especially for my country, the country is landlocked and sandwiched between two big powers. The IT, we believe, is our window to the world. So given the priority to IT technology and seeing that IT is the future, let's say, the Mongolian government established only last year the ministry is the IT development, digital and IT development ministry. So if you are really interested, we can get connected to that ministry, so you can come up some solutions. They will do the the thorough study, and there will be, I mean, as our colleagues from Malaysia said, the sky is the limit.
Thank you. IT, when it comes to IT, I think it's an area that needs to be explored in Maldives. And I'm happy we could talk about more privately, and we can find a solution for that.
Good afternoon. This is Pankaj Ushir. I'm into exports of agriculture produce, fresh agriculture produce from India. So I have a quick question to all the delegates on the dais. So do you see any opportunity for import of products, import to India related to agriculture sector, because we are taking produce from the farmers, so we have good backward integration with the farmers. So is there any scope for products or which can be exported from the countries to India?
Any specific product you want to ask? Vegetables, fruits,
No,
what?
no. I have a strong base of farmers, so I'm interested into products which can be usable to farmers actually, like organic chemicals or fertilizers, like that.
In case of agriculture, I believe that, as I said in my statement, we have a huge land, untapped. So how I see it that if the Indian agriculture technology, Indian workforce can come set up the agriculture, the land is can be leased up to 100 years. So you can do very good cultivation. I mean, whatever you need in India, and you can bring it back to India or sell to other countries. So there is opportunity for agriculture development. So personally, I believe there is a huge chance for Indians to go out to, I mean, to feed the world, as I said in my remarks, that there are, in Mongolia, because the land is untapped, it's, we can come up with some eco, pure organic agriculture products. So it only the cultivate, the dairy products, the leather, the meat, poultry, you name it. So there is a huge opportunity. So I believe that our Indian friends should do the thorough study on it, the opportunity, and see because I say that we should not limit the agriculture or any business within the Mongolian border. We have the whole Siberia there, the whole northern China there, the Manchuria there. So we have to think broader scope. So there is a huge opportunity, I believe.
Okay, I share the same sentiment of Excellency Ambassador of Mongolia, because like food security is also one of the things that we will focus because of the current supply and change problem. Our people need to be, our India and Malaysia, we share almost kind of the same staple food, right? Rice, flour, and naan. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities there. We can always talk further on that. Feel free to get in touch with us because I also make to understand you are also representing of a farmers kind of group, right? Okay, yeah, where we can see how we can work together, then try to see the opportunity, right? Thank you.
One more question, last question. Yours, okay. I'll take your question last. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Mohan. My question is to His Excellency Malaysia. So we are in cooling towers, which are required for utilities, for process, for pharma, for chemical, for power plants. So my question is, what are the opportunities there of exporting from here, and maybe a starting unit there? And my friend is in the automation of all these processes and utility management. So I would like His Excellency Malaysia to speak on this. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Yeah, another thing, apart from medical student, we have a regular visit by our doctors, our hospitals, and also officials from the Ministry of Health to India, because we already recognize your health sector is already matured, already at the highest level. So please feel free. We exchange contact later, and then so that I can connect you whenever we have delegation from Ministry of Health, because they even last month also they visited India to study to get some insight on some medical medicine option that we have here in India. It's because this kind of health cooperation is already there, and actually they are looking to expand further. So please, we will in touch. Yeah? All right. Thank you.
Last question, please.
Yeah, hello, myself Nilesh KLG. We are into exports. And my question is for His Excellency Maldives. Since India is the biggest trading partner with Maldives, is there any dedicated transport corridor between the two countries? Recently, I had come across about a vessel serving Tuticorin and Maldives, but there seems to be a much bigger scope, and only if we have some better modes of transportation, maybe we can have some price-effective solutions here.
Yeah, thank you. I think what you have highlighted is the ferry service between India and Maldives. And that's an initiative by both governments, which started off in 2019, if I recall, but it was discontinued due to technical issues. But recently it started again. That service continues from south of India to 5 ports in Maldives. So it's not connecting one port. It's going to 5 ports in Maldives. So it's a good opportunity for you to take advantage when exporting products from India to Maldives. And I think we got to take the advantage of the opportunity there, and rather than depending on the normal cargo vessels, this could be an opportunity for you to cut down on the cost as well. I mean, of course, there can be opportunities for that. It's a matter of, I think what we need to see first is that movement, to increase the movement with existing facilities with the port. And then we can talk about expanding into other ports in India. Because for it to be viable, you have to make sure that existing one is working. Then only we can talk about other ports as well.
Considering the woman power, the last question to our friend. Yeah, please.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am from College Sports Premier League Limited. And of course, all of you have our brochures in our hand. My question is that you all have talked about education importance. And I'm truly thankful for that. And my question is, what about sports development in your countries?
Sports?
Yeah.
Specific sport or general?
All sports. Because we are conducting a sports leagues in our country, in India. It's going to be Asia's biggest league. All colleges, like graduation colleges are into it. So I want to know what is about your countries.
I'll start since I have the mic. I think this is an avenue that we need to explore more. Sports is a platform where all the politics are left aside. And that's something that we all need to explore more. I know very recently Maldivian athletes came to India, trained and participated in Indian leagues as well. So the door has been opened for us, and I think it's a matter of us taking it forward again, inviting colleges, schools to participate. So there is scope.
Yes, I fully agree with the previous gentleman who possessed this mic before me. So, sport, yes, it's one of the, how to say it, one of the, let's say, glue that brings nations together. And I'm happy to state that we have already started cooperation in the field of sport. For example, one of the Mongolian shooting Olympic medalists is now coaching Indian shooting Olympic team, national team. She's a coach there. We have very good base in wrestling. I'm trying to facilitate wrestlers, wrestling coach to Indian teams, because we Mongols as a nomads good in wrestling, because from the kids they started wrestling with the livestock, then human beings. So wrestling is in our blood. And also we good in archery. It's our traditional sport. So I believe that archery can be also good partner, I mean a platform of our the sports athletes to compete. And of course horse racing is a traditional. So there are a lot of opportunities there, and I know that that our soccer team comes to India to play, because it will be very good. I'm trying to connect the national teams on the shooting, the wrestling, because as athletes, in case of Mongolia, when there is let's say the Olympics or the Asian Games is conducted in let's say very hard countries like India, it will be beneficial for our athletes to come to India to train maybe 3-4 months before to get adopted. Same thing for Indians. For Indian athletes can come to Mongolia when there will be some competition maybe in Russia, China, or in Mongolia, or Kazakhstan, where the climate is a little bit harsh and cold. So there is opportunity. So we still finding the channels, because in my case, in India, it's because it's big. When you send in requests, it dies somewhere. So I managed to find, on a personal level, to go find who's the guy, and finally I find the president of the Shooting Rifle Association. So we had a very good talk with them. So there will be some Mongolians coming to India, some Indians coming to Mongolia. So there is a lot of opportunity. So as the Indians, there are many of you. So there is a possibility. So I believe we can work on that thoroughly.
Okay. Right. First of all, let me start with, I admire the fighting spirit of the cricket team, even though I know it's a bit gloomy that day. I can sense the whole city kind of like somebody dead that day. But then, but it's an admirable kind of performance by the cricket team to reach that final. It's just a matter of picking up and believe again. You will eventually reach it, because you already done it. So well done. Of course, Australia at different level. So Malaysia, India sports, I don't know where to start. Right, hockey. Right, our even women team participated in the hockey tournament. I cannot recall Odisha. I cannot. But then they participated the hockey tournament here in India. Your badminton team already achieved victory against our team, right? Coached by Malaysian eventually. Your national team, your soccer national team, football, I don't know, football national team went to Malaysia a few months back. Of course, luck is not the Indian side, but that's all about sports. It's about actually it's about your interaction between the athletes, and it's all because of talent and skills and sometimes luck. And then there's many other things, many other sports actually. If you want to talk about the sport between Malaysia and India, it's a lot. Just I want to summarize. It's already been there. It's active. We always kind of have this kind of cooperation. We always interact, always engage. Whenever we have a tournament, we will invite India. Same likewise, India will invite us to join, participate, and whenever we can, we come, because we have good connectivity. Direct flight. We have about now. We have about 200 direct flight per week between India and Malaysia, 200. So, but now it's less than that, because after Corona, is a lot of flight been taken. But we are working toward that. We just launched a few more destinations: Ahmedabad, Amritsar, and Trivandrum. Right now, about 70 something direct flight. So it's great. That's why we have coaches also come here. And also we have coaches also there in Malaysia. And we hope this thing to continue in the future and remain strong. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, friends. We cannot go for all the questions. But Global India Business Forum always try that these opportunities of various countries We are doing programs to different part of India. Till now we done program in more than 38 cities and more than 26 states of India, even the northeast also. So the time to come, you can consider this program in future also. The Pune definitely is our headquarters, so a lot of programs we plan here only. As I said in my initial speech, the last month only we did India-Africa Business Conclave. And for that actually to continue this process, okay, we started country-wise councils. So here we G100 concept that Global India has come up with. Till now around 46 business councils already been formed. For example, India-Uzbekistan Business and Cultural Council, India-Italy Business and Cultural Council. 46 councils already been formed. The main purpose behind this council formation is that the journey should continue. It should not that as today we are hearing excellencies about the opportunities in their country. So Global India Business Forum is definitely trying our MSME sector businessmen. As Bank of Baroda today is come with the same kind of solution, they are opening the MSME bank in India. So I think this is the good thought initiatives, the same like Global India Business Forum. So I request all of you that if you want to become a member, you can become a member of Global India Business Forum. So you are not restricting yourself for the specific country. As we are working with more than 130 countries in the world now, well connected with the embassies and the councils and the Chamber of Commerce in that country. And today we are opening the 3 councils. The India-Malaysia Business and Cultural Council is a long awaited, sir. From last year we are waiting. India-Mongolia Business and Cultural Council and India-Maldives Business and Cultural Council. The main purpose is that it will be a website where actually our importer, our exporters and their questions also, maybe sometime unanswered questions. There are many questions in your mind, how to go about. Then in that case, the best answer is the delegations also. As His Excellency Malaysia has just said, last month sir, we are also part of that delegation in Mumbai. Our members are participated. So delegation which are incoming delegations from the different part of the world. Many times it happens that delegations come to Delhi or Mumbai, but many of our Indian city businessmen never aware that these delegations has come with the different sector businessmen. And here's our role start. Global India Business Forum role starts there. We connect our member to different countries delegation, those who are coming to India. And the similar way, the outgoing delegations also, where actually you need to meet the actual businessmen, where actually you need to do type, explore your opportunity yourself, because you need to do your networking in that country also. And the formula is very clear, networking or not working. So I think networking is the better way to start with. I thank you all the dignitaries on the dais, His Excellencies. And I will just request all of them to start. We'll have just a photograph in front of the websites what we are inaugurating. And here you will find all the options, what are the different options, different opportunities. And this will be, here we are connecting the businessmen from both the ends. Importers and exporters from both the ends, those who are really interested to do the business in that country. Thank you so much. So we'll just have some photographs in front of the websites. Thank you.